Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Hey folks, welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Jessa Jeremiah.
And I'm Justin Riley, and Jessa, it's time to have another great show.
It's time to start the show.
It's time to start the show. We're here at a Glow Spa and Salon. I'm really
Yes.
excited to learn something new again today.
You always do. We're actually going to talk a little bit about why it's important not to use box color. I think this is a tough question that a lot of women tackle, and we're going to learn exactly why you shouldn't do it.
And we're also going to get a great demonstration from Denise Cole and James Flister from Best of Janesville and Revamped Vintage.
Yes, bringing out the creative side in you. And we're also going to talk about an important topic about seniors being able to stay in their home. There's a wonderful service out there that we're going to learn more about actually right next after the break. It's all right here on Wisconsin Family.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are filming here at a Glow Spa and Salon. We're down in Janesville and having a nice time here at a Glow. You can smell the Aveda products.
Yes.
A good scent.
Yes,
huh?
absolutely.
We're going to chat with them a little bit later. Joining us, you may recognize this familiar face. You and I have recently chatted a little bit about West Madison Senior Center. This
Yes.
is Katie Kleesner who
Yes.
is joining us, and we're going to learn a little bit about what you guys do over there. This is a really great organization. I'm excited to share with folks. So
Absolutely.
let's start with kind of a little bit of an overview of what you do if people haven't heard of West Madison Senior Center.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me this morning. So I'm the executive director at the West Madison Senior Center. Our mission is to help older adults stay active and independent in the community. So we help them provide programs, services, and resources. So we help older adults 60 and older.
That's wonderful. So help them kind of keep a lifestyle that is active and not just staying in the home, but being able to
Right.
stay in their own homes and be out in
Absolutely.
the community a little bit.
Absolutely.
And that's so important. I mean, it's very important for folks to be able to maintain their independence into their older age and so forth. What sorts of programs specifically do you offer? I mean, you have a case management program and so
Sure.
forth. Can you talk to us about some of those programs?
Absolutely. So our case management program is social workers. They work one-on-one with seniors in identifying local resources and services and help them connect to those services. So they'll sit down one-on-one with them for free and help them maybe fill out like a food share application, find local food pantries, find transportation resources. So they're really there to help them, and there's no time limit. They can help them for a day or 3 years.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
outstanding.
And it's free to the, it's
Absolutely.
free. Wow.
That's great. Well, I know a lot of folks out there that could use the services and people with, aging parents that would be interested in getting their parents involved in a program like that.
Absolutely.
Where can they find you? Where are you located? And
So-
really, what's the area that you cover too?
Sure. So we're located near Hilldale Mall.
Okay.
Our address is 517 North Seagull Road. So we're on the west side.
Right.
So we have like the borders from Middleton to Fitchburg, and then pretty much to the stadium, and then to the lake.
Oh, that's
So that's our
great.
service area.
Yeah, well, that's a nice area to be in. There's obviously a great group of folks in that area. It's
Oh, yeah.
heavily populated, so you can actually service a lot of people.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
So do you have specific hours of operation, or is it by appointment only? How does that all work?
So we're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, but appointments are best, especially for case managers to go out to the home.
Sure.
To make an appointment is necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about if you don't live on the west side, what does that sort of look like in terms of, getting to and from the location and so forth?
Sure. So there's actually 4 Madison Senior Coalitions. So we're on the west side. There's one on the north, the east, and the south as well. So there are coalitions in the neighborhood. So if you're not from the west side, there's one in your community.
Oh, that's great.
So that's really nice.
It is. You kind of cover, all of those areas, those key areas. So you're north, south, east, and west.
Yep.
And then those areas of service then branch branch out from there. So you guys actually cover as a whole a really wide group of
Absolutely.
folks.
Yep, the
That's
whole city of
wonderful.
Madison.
That's great.
I'm just curious to know, how did you get into this position? How did you find this line of work?
Sure. So when I graduated college, UW Oshkosh in '09, I graduated with advertising and marketing. So I started at the north side, and I did all of their promotions. So their flyers, their website, things like that. And then when the executive director position opened on the west side, I just slid right in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been
I'm sure
great.
you fall in love with a position like this
Yes.
because not only is it, it's interesting to hear about and talk about, but when you get into it and you actually see the difference that it makes in these people's lives, in their whole family's life, really. I mean, the ability to have, say, a parent or a grandparent or a sibling or what have you, stay in their own home and maintain the lifestyle that they've wanted to maintain. I mean, that's really impactful for somebody. And to
Absolutely.
see that impact being made, that's got to be very rewarding.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say our whole staff is very passionate about helping older adults.
That's
I mean,
wonderful.
I'm gonna throw a little curveball at you here. We just
Sure.
have about a minute left, but do you have any stories? I mean, obviously without mentioning names of specific folks, but any stories that you can tell?
Like a
of,
favorite.
yeah, like a favorite story.
Sure, absolutely. So I was a home chore coordinator, and I'll talk a little bit about the home chore program. That's where community volunteers go into the home of the older adult, and they help them with shoveling, doing the dishes, things like that, so they can stay in their own home. So I was a home chore coordinator, and there was this lady who just could not shovel her walk anymore, or she was going to go into an apartment, something she did not want to do. So I put a volunteer there to help her shovel, and she was so grateful. It's not a funny story, but it's very
Yeah,
like
but that's the thing. It's the
heartful,
little
yeah,
things that
heartfelt
make
thing.
a big difference like that in somebody's life, and the daunting tasks sometimes of something like shoveling, where you're, not as able to do it as you used to
Right.
be. To have somebody who's willing to step in and do something like that, I mean, that just makes a big difference. So,
Absolutely.
I love that story. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Well, this is Katie Kleesner, and she joins us from West Madison Senior Center. As you said, there's actually 4 locations throughout Madison,
Yes,
so
yes.
make sure you check out their website if you're in need of their services. We're filming here at a Glow Spa and Salon, and we're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family right after the break. Stick with us.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are so excited to be here at a Glow Spa and Salon.
Well said. I liked the
Like how I
voice.
said that?
Yeah, that came out well.
We're going to be talking to those folks a little bit later in the program, but first I'm joined now by Denise Cole and James Flister from Revamped Vintage and Best of Janesville. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So Denise, I know you're going to do a demonstration, but James, I wanted to ask you a little bit. I mean, we're in the middle of winter right now. It's cold, but you're already starting to think about outdoor markets for Best of Janesville. Talk to us a little bit about that.
You got to be ahead of the curve,
Exactly.
right?
We got to be ahead of the curve, so we're starting to think about it. The previous 2 years, last year we did a once a month Saturday outdoor market that was free to anybody to come and set up and sell their stuff. And the year before we did a Friday night market, like a 3 p.m. to a 7 p.m. That was every Friday night. So what we'd kind of like to do this year as we kind of start thinking about this is we'd like to kind of throw it out to our followers and fans and just reach out to us on our Facebook page and let us know what you think, what we should do this year as far as the outdoor markets. And within a couple weeks, we'll kind of land on something and blast that out there.
That's so exciting. So we're thinking ahead to spring and summer and those warm months that we all look forward to. And I think that's great. You're going to let folks kind of help decide what's best. So are you a Friday night shopper? Are you a Saturday morning, Sunday,
Exactly. And it can be a totally different model too as well. If you have another idea, just let us know. And we'll kind of start it in conjunction with the Vintage Shop Hop. And that's in early March, I believe March 3rd or 4th. And that's a regional event now that's really exploded and it's something special. And so just watch our page and stuff for information on that too.
That's exciting. March, that's just around the corner, I hope. Gosh.
So people should go to the Facebook page then to make suggestions.
Yes, Facebook
Excellent.
page, just message us or leave a comment and we'll take a look at that and just watch for more details
And
coming
that's
soon.
the Best of Janesville Facebook page,
Correct,
just
yep.
to be clear,
Excellent.
since we've got you both here.
Right.
And just in case you want to haul away a huge load of stuff when you go to these outdoor markets, they also have a U-Haul rental
Exactly.
business, which
We
is
are
really nice.
your neighborhood U-Haul dealer, so we've got every size truck, trailer, moving blankets, the dollies. We even have the car haulers if you need to
That's nice.
tow
That's
a car.
nice.
So
Yeah.
we've got everything for you. If you buy a piece of furniture that's a little bit too big for your vehicle, just rent a U-Haul trailer or truck.
Which
we
it
got you covered.
always is. You think it's going to fit, you go to
Right.
shove it in there, and then you realize
Yeah.
not happening.
You use 10 bungee cords to try to keep the trunk shut. And
Not that we have experience with this. So that's really cool. We'll look forward to hearing what people land on for those outdoor markets. Really fun stuff. Just to remind you guys of kind of the model, Best of Janesville has all kinds of different retailers really inside of it, and one of those is Revamp Vintage. So do-it-yourselfers, there is a wonderful opportunity to learn some things, but also you can go and buy some things that Denise has done, and she's incredibly creative. So if you don't have the creative bone, she'll not only make something for you, but actually help show you how to do some things. So what are we going to do today?
Today we're going to do, I know I've talked about the dry brushing techniques before, but I wanted to show that this is one of my most popular techniques, and it's actually because of the color. The twisted teal is one of the most popular colors that I have
Twisted
or requested.
teal.
Yeah, I mean,
twisted teal.
with a name like that, you
Yeah.
gotta love it.
I know, and I've already dry brushed on this one because I want to show you what happens to the paint. Right now it's just a flat, chalky finish, but I wanted to show you what happens to the paint. What I use is the polyacrylic, and it's a satin, but once you put your top coat on, the color, and I'll leave half of it undone.
Oh, there you go.
The color pops. It turns a little
Yeah.
bit darker, but the color comes.
The contrast
Yeah,
is really there.
definitely.
Yes, I
And
like
especially with the dark wood. I did this in a couple of commercial spots in Beloit, and it's very, very popular.
That's awesome.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
What's
So-
neat about it is it almost looks like, we were saying this before you started, but it almost looks like what you've done is you've put the twisted teal, if I got that right,
Right.
over the wood, but it almost looks like the twisted teal is coming through.
Right.
Yeah.
It
right.
has sort of an
And
opposite
that's the
effect.
technique that you want with the dry brushing. You want to make it look like you sanded it or like the paint chipped off.
Right.
And it's the wood, the aged wood underneath coming
Right.
through and still some paint.
Right.
That's very, very popular.
And now
So-
you do classes to help show us non-creative folks how to be creative
Yes,
like you.
yes.
Kind of remind us how to get in touch with you for those classes.
On my Facebook page, Revamped Vintage Revamped Vintage Janesville is on Facebook. But like tonight, I have a class, and I have started to create events so that people can go under the events on that page and see what's coming up and what classes are coming up. So our next one is our bench class, where you actually get to make a bench and create the bench from. You get to paint it, do anything you want with it, any kind of techniques. So that one's a limited because we got a 3-foot bench we got to deal
Right.
with, but
Yeah.
That's awesome.
that's a popular one.
So Revamp Vintage is one of the many creative folks that are inside of Best of Janesville. And I think it's worth mentioning, if you have a creative eye and maybe you're running a little small business out of your home and need some retail space, Best of Janesville is a great place to showcase your work. There are all different unique vendors that have different stylings. And as a consumer and a shopper, you get to shop all those different ones right in one place.
Definitely.
So-
We're always looking for more vendors. We've got over 25, and we've got room for a couple more, so come on down and sign up.
And you wouldn't
Love
think it when you go into the store. I mean, it's packed pretty tight in there, but there is room for more, which is
We can
pretty
always
cool.
make room. We can
Yeah,
always make room.
they'll make room for you. Well, Revamp Vintage and Best of Janesville is right here in Janesville, so make sure and check them out. We're going to be right back with more Wisconsin Family after this.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are still filming here at a Glow Spa and Salon. As promised, we're going to talk to the lovely ladies that are here at a Glow. Looking
Excited.
forward-
I'm excited to learn some things.
Yeah.
I always learn some
I
stuff
know,
here.
and that's why we do this, Justin.
Excellent. For me.
We're going to talk about a couple of really actually interesting topics. Very important topic for ladies at home who have experimented or were thinking of experimenting with home coloring. We're going to talk about that. I think that's important. First, we're going to talk a little bit about Valentine's Day. So Laura Hess is a stylist here, and Jordan Halkoski is the salon or the spa coordinator. So lots of great experience to kind of pick your brains. And thanks so much for hosting us here at your spa. We enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. So before we kind of dive into the box coloring issue, I guess we can call it, let's talk about Valentine's Day because it's right around the corner. This is the perfect time. Believe it or not, don't wait until the 12th to start thinking about Valentine's Day. Start thinking about it now. What are some services that you guys provide for couples who are looking to do something together?
So we offer couples massages here, and that's a really great way to kind of spend the holiday being relaxed, and it's very romantic. We offer massages in 30, 60, 90, and 120 minutes.
Great.
So it's a nice little way to kind of get in the mood and kind of get relaxed. So that's really popular.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and then there's some that might not be as people are familiar with, but we also do manicures and pedicures for couples.
Oh,
and that guys might be a little hesitant on that when you're like, oh, let's go get a manicure and pedicure. But we actually have a number of males come in for pedicures and manicures.
I think they pretend to be hesitant, but they're
Until they get in that
secretly
chair
excited.
and they feel that water.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a couple's massage, though. I'm always kind of interested in finding different things to do rather than the sort of typical. You go out to dinner and that, what else do you do? But this is a great idea.
You're right, just another little romantic way to spend
And I say
Valentine's
just
Day.
go for them in 120 minutes because no matter which one you book, you're going to wish you would have had longer.
Exactly.
So just go for it.
Yep, just go for it.
Yeah.
So speaking of couples and, speaking from a man's perspective, is you guys do gift cards.
Yes.
Would getting a gift card for my wife, girlfriend, fiance, would that be...
He only has one of those.
to
clarify.
I have to keep track of them in my black book, but would cards be a good Valentine's Day gift? And if so, are there certain choices or certain options that are available during Valentine's Day or specials or anything like that?
Sure, well, I feel like you can never really go wrong with a gift card from here, especially for any of our services or products that we offer. I feel like you'd probably be in the clear, and it'd be kind of a nice, for your fiance, girlfriend, all of them, I feel like they would all probably appreciate
You have
that.
a lot of gift cards to buy. Sorry, Christy, she's at home like,
But it's nice with our gift cards, we actually don't limit a card to one service. So if you got a gift card here, we would just put a set price on the card, and then whoever you give the card to can come in for any service. They can
that's
use
cool.
any product, so you're just not limited. So it's really nice.
That's
they can
very
get
cool.
anything that they like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
that's great. And you guys have other gift ideas too. So if you're having kind of a tough time figuring out what to do and you don't want to do just the gift card, there's a lot, as you can
Right.
see behind us,
Yes.
there's lots of great things that you can get.
Yep, so gift cards, always a safe bet, always a great bet. Products here, we have a great staff that can help a customer with any questions or complaints that they would have about what to get someone. But then we also have these that we're launching. They're Hints Help cards, and what they do is they kind of nudge your significant other to get you
What
a
a
gift
great
card
idea.
here. So,
Okay.
so if you'd come in and you wanted to let your husband know or fiance know, hey, this is kind of what I'm looking at for Valentine's Day. We have little options here.
Oh, that is
you can,
so cute. Can
Yeah,
I see?
of course.
So you can kind of leave this slyly on the kitchen
Exactly.
table or something and check off what you might want.
So what we'd do is we'd put their name and we'd mail it to that person.
you even
So it'd be
mail it
kind
to
of a
them.
nice,
That's
This is
awesome.
kind of what I'm thinking.
This is smart. I like this.
Well, it's-
this is
it's-
helpful
It
for
is
guys.
smart, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's great because then if they spend $100 or more, they actually get a free haircut.
Oh,
So it's
very
kind of
nice.
nice it's a nice incentives, plus like they come away looking nice too.
Right.
Yeah.
In time for Valentine's.
I'm sure the guys love that too, because it is hard sometimes. They
Oh,
can't
yeah.
read our minds. We need some help. So
And
that's
having
great.
that little piece of paper, that card, will help. It allows the guy to think, hey, this was my idea.
Yep.
I came
Yep.
up with this idea.
I mean, his name's on there, the address is
Right.
on there, so this is for you, hint hint.
Right.
Smart.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So obviously you guys do a lot of hair coloring here at Aglow. What is the biggest difference between having hair color done at a salon versus just having it out of the box from
This
the
is an
grocery store?
important topic. Yeah.
Well, let's face it, 9 out of 10 times that a box color is put on here, it's not going to get the result that you want. There's lots of reasons behind that depending upon what you're starting with and what you're trying to get to. But one reason is that box color is formulated so that anybody and everybody can use it. Well, as we know, everybody and anybody's hair is completely different. The condition of the hair, the color that the hair is starting with, and so forth. Oftentimes, in order to make it so everybody can use it, the formulas are way too harsh for the hair. So the volume of peroxide that might be in there is going to be probably way too high for your hair and can be really damaging.
Okay, so talk to us a little bit about, for folks who are looking and you're walking through the drugstore and you see a box of color and it's saying, yes, this is going to give you salon results. Address that.
Okay. First of all, a lot of the box colors are going to be, have a famous person on the front or a famous person.
No, you're almost buying like the face. Like, am I going to look like that person?
Well, let's kind of face it, Eva Longoria did not put an $8 box color on her hair. She went to her stylist and then L'Oreal paid her to do the photo shoot. It's just not the way that it works. So a $10 box of color might cost you $100, $200 for color correction at the salon. So do the right thing first and come to the salon.
Yeah, that's so smart. Okay.
I think it's important to know that it could actually end up by costing you more to go the cheap route.
Oh yeah, definitely. Trying to, well, and just damage and things to your hair too. Trying to fix something. It's always better to just do it the right way the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, can we show the mannequin?
Yeah. So
what's her name again? She has a name.
She does. It's Deborah.
Deborah. Yeah. Okay.
Welcome, Deborah.
This is Deborah. So one really, really, really hot trend right now, believe it or not, is women who want to color their hair silver, gray, blue. Pastels are very, very popular. One thing that people need to know is that your hair needs to be very, very, very pale blonde before you start.
Okay.
In order to achieve
Yeah,
that,
I've seen the gray. Everyone wants the gray.
Yeah.
So we did a little experiment here at Aglow, little chemistry class this week. So we did get a box color that said that we would get these results. This is what Deborah wanted. However, this is what Deborah got.
Blue.
Wow.
That's blue.
So we just, so as you can see, the color is really, really uneven, for one. At the root of the hair, it's really kind of a dark blue. I would say, to be fair, there's maybe a few pieces in here that are the color that we were looking for.
Sure.
But one thing to really keep in mind is that customization is really, really key. And so a colorist might use several different formulas to achieve something on your head.
Right. So like the roots may need a different formula than the ends. And obviously with a box, there's one choice and that's it.
That's right.
So really good points. You know what I find interesting? We gotta go pretty quick, but anytime, I have to admit this to tell the story, but anytime that I have used a box color, when I've then gone to get my hair done, they've always known.
Yes.
And so, I mean, that's how different it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's always worth doing it the right way.
And with that, I would encourage everyone to be honest with your colorist. Don't say, oh no, I've never box colored my hair.
No.
Because really to get the best results, we really need to know that.
Thank
and
you.
we'll likely do a strand test to make sure your hair is even healthy enough to color.
Well, these are the experts here at a Glow Spa and Salon, Laura Hess and Jordan Halkoski. Thanks so much for the information.
Thank
Important
you.
stuff.
Thank you.
Love it. That's it for Wisconsin Family. Thanks so much to all of our guests. Thank you for watching. Join us next time.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day